Alright, let's get into a game with Sama yet again. We've played Sama a few times already. I think we are doing well against Sama. I don't think he is super keen on Ray defense, but I also believe that we've lost to Sama before as well. So let's just see how this goes. Quick supply looks decent. Mustangs aren't the greatest. Supply spec could also be great. Not that much HP though. I'm probably not going for this. I think it's between these two. Maybe this, just because we get a bit more supply and more HP. I don't know. The tanks are also really good though. Alright, so I guess the tanks wouldn't have done that well into the Stormcrawlers. Cost control, okay. So we go arc lights, right? Theoretically, we could just go Stormcrawlers of our own, but kind of not sure about that. Go 4 squares behind. Alright, the crawlers could have been 1 square even higher, I think. The positioning of the Mustangs aren't the greatest. They're kind of getting splashed when the second volley comes out. Okay, I think we go for the hounds here. It's just kind of like cheap chaff. Maybe we put them here just so they don't get bunched up with everything else. Time for the Phantom Rays to come and save the situation. We have 150 left over. Could go for something else, but what else do we go for? Another chaff? Kind of feel like another chaff isn't the problem. We're worried. 150 is a lot to float though, but it does mean we can go. Probably go a attack on the Phantom Rays next round. I think we just float. Kind of wishing that we went the additional pack of crawlers on the left side. But I do wonder how effective that would have been. The rays do get onto the arc lights. And are we going to be able to take out this marksman? We do. Interesting that he went for the level 3 marksman there. Just because we have so much chaff. Missile strike, amplifying core. It's almost a bit early for the amplifying core. Missile strike is decent. We won't kill this marksman, but we will be able to kind of get some of this, clear some of these, this chaff here. Maybe we go for this. It's also a bit cheaper. I think we just go for this one. mean, he's not going to shield here, right? Because his marksman can't get attacked. Theoretically, you just shield here, but I don't know. Just keep going Phantom Rays. Split them down evenly. Could go for a tech on the Mustangs, but that might be optimistic. Especially since there's Stormcallers that theoretically could be getting the Mustangs. Kind of want to go for range on the Arclight, but that seems a bit also. Just go for Stealth Cloak here, because kind of don't know what to get on the Phantom Rays. Alright, so we get Phantom Ray Mirror, and what is this? He actually elite recruits Phantom Rays. That is absolutely something I've never seen before. I don't think it's good at all. I would have been way more scared if he had more. If he had more of those marksmen, but I feel like Sama could be the kind of player that has never really figured out how to deal with the Phantom Rays. I feel like he's gotten super frustrated with them, and just doesn't think that there's a solution to this kind of gameplay. So maybe he's thinking, okay, we'll just like fight fire with fire. But I think that's yeah, that was like that was the last thing I expected there. We'll skip, and kind of feel like after you do that and you lose that round, like you almost just have to GG, because Sam is just so far behind now. So we'll just keep up the spam. I don't think we need to do anything else except for just keep going more Phantom Rays. We don't need to unlock any of these. We're not really going to go any other units. Alright, so he gets Cloak. Okay, so he's going to go Phantom Ray Mirror. He's committing. He's got the Cloak now. Okay, so he has range, which is not the right tech at all. You absolutely want burst. You definitely don't want range. So I feel like we can go shield easily now on the Phantom Rays. Usually, if you go shield on the Phantom Ray, the opponent can click burst on their Phantom Rays, and they would win the Phantom Ray Mirror. I learned that the hard way through a match with Bear-like. Probably just get this. This is going to be good chaff. Actually, what he needs to do is go... he needs to go Wasps with aerial spec. But we're not. I don't think we need to transition right now. But if we see him doing that, I guess we could click aerial spec on the Mustangs. I think we just need to go shield now, just to make these Phantom Rays even more unkillable. I mean, we're so far ahead that it's not even funny. Alright, so here's the other transition. We've got the Sandworm with Replicate. Okay. I mean, maybe if you tie up the Rays, but I feel like the War Factory would have been better if you wanted to do, if you wanted something that would just tie up the Rays forever. and then to allow your arrays to take care of them. I just don't think the worms really are any good here, but I can see the logic there. And there it is. That's the game right there. Yeah. So this was a pretty easy game, and Sama, he's really one of the top players, I think, in the Chinese community, and I think this just goes to show, like, in my mind, you can be a very highly ranked player, but if you can't respond to a certain strategy, for example, the race spam strategy, then it's kind of like all your skills that you know before are not valid, right? And on the other hand, you could be a mid-level player, but you could be really experienced and good at responding to phantom ray spam, and when you go up against that, you'll win. So I just see it as, people have two different types of MMRs. They have their ladder MMR, and then they have their Phantom Ray MMR, right? So, for Sama, I feel like his Phantom Ray MMR isn't that good because the disc response here was, I mean, it was just like it was like taking candy from a baby. Kind of like in the early days where the Ray spam strategy was invented. You would see kind of like responses that kind of didn't make sense, and sometimes they wouldn't even know what to build, and they just kind of build like everything or nothing, and they would just hand you the game on a silver platter, and that's kind of what this game felt like. So on the other hand, to be truthful, personally, my own non Phantom Ray spam, MMR, I don't feel like it's that high. I don't have the greatest understanding of all the units. I'm definitely not someone that has used Sandworm a lot and knows how to position it, how to abuse it, when to use it, when not to use it. Same goes for steel balls and quite a lot of the units, right? So that's why I choose to play only Phantom Rays, because it's a gameplay style that I'm familiar with, and it's it's pretty much the only way I can win and against some of these higher level opponents, and it's just forcing the opponent to play into your game. He has to play an anti Phantom Ray spam game. If he doesn't know how to play it, it doesn't matter if he's number one in the world, right? If I don't do Phantom Ray and I just say, okay, so now, you've got your storm crawlers, and now I'm going to do the crawler with the beacon, and then I'm going to, do more arc lights. I'll have like a rhinos running in. He's played against that play style, thousands of times, and maybe I win, probably I lose, but it's not something where I'm gonna win a lot of the time with, just because at the higher levels, the very small intricacies with how you position all your units and what you think you need this round versus what you actually need next round. It's all a mind game, right? And it's kind of like poker, and it really, when you see the highest level players in the game, they're miles and miles, better than I ever will be, for example, and they're still losing half the time. So I'm not even trying to get, I'm not even trying to get close to trying to get sucked into what they're used to playing, and then kind of doing responses that they've seen millions of times, and they would exploit you, they would read you and exploit you like a book. So Anyways, sorry for that long rant, but I just wanted to explain how I see the game as a Phantom Ray spammer, and this player he didn't really respond correctly, I think, at all. But it doesn't make him a bad player. It just he's playing into my game, right? And that was the whole point of doing unique strategies like the race spam. Anyways, guys, hopefully that was enjoyable, and we'll see you in the next one.